Hey, what's going on, everyone? Free daily coaching here. We had a little bit of a technical glitch. So if you're watching, you're probably watching on YouTube or, excuse me, Google Plus, the webinars on air feature. We've been trying to get it fixed, and as we're doing that, they're going through and doing some adjusting. And I guess as they're doing that, today's link got deleted. So anyways, if you're watching from home, Google Plus, and you're watching, we're going to get it going and start the free daily coaching call.
Good morning and welcome to the free daily coaching hangout. Your daily hangout for mindset, tech tips, and everything attraction marketing. We're here every morning at 10:30 a.m. Eastern. Sit back or jump in. Either way, remember to have some fun. Here at freedailycoaching.com.
Did you know that you put the link to come over?
Yeah, I put in the group because that's the only way people can come over. I can't grab people to come over in any other way unless they start clicking over here. So that is the only way to join us. Looks like that webinar's on air. They're working on it, and they said that it's something to do with the reoccurring feature, and so that's what's causing the glitch. So then when I went in this morning, I was just emailing them this morning, and literally they're like, "Oh, we're working on it," and I'm like, "Okay, cool. Well, can you get on it quicker because you deleted my webinar for today?" Like literally, it's gone. It should go through today, and then a new one for February. So I haven't even created the February one yet because I'm waiting for them to get this fixed. So guys, the February link, I'm just gonna put up like a 7-day link. So if you're watching this. This weekend, the link for February will go up. It'll just be for a week at a time until they get this fixed, because otherwise it's not really beneficial for me to send you guys to a link where you have to register each day. So that's what's going on. I wanted to let everyone know that that it is being worked on, that I am in communicado with the webinars on air people, and they've been working on it back and forth. They actually went in and registered for the webinar itself to see if they could get registered so that they could see what was happening and what they were receiving and what they weren't receiving. So they're on the project. So it just, I'm just waiting for them to to get it worked out. So for the month of February, we'll just have a week at a time until Webinars on Air gets it fixed, so that everyone has the links to get onto the webinar right away, or each day, and they won't have to keep on re-registering. So I can't see who's here or who's watching. So this morning, since we're not using the Webinars on Air application, so for those watching on Google Plus or those that are here watching on YouTube, good morning and welcome. If you're part of the free daily coaching hangout group on Facebook, there is a link in a chat session if you want to come over and join us live.
We'll see what's in store to see how we can pull another one of these on Sunday, Lara. All right, I'm so jealous. You look like you're having a ball there, Amy. Looking forward to.
All right, Tonya, I had to mute you. You got a bunch of stuff going on in the background. So for those that are watching, if you do want to come over, just come over onto the free daily coaching hangout group, and you can click over onto the link and join us on the hangout via that way. So what we do on Fridays is, oh, hey, Whitman, can you hear me?
Yeah.
Hey, are you direct to someone that's either myself or Diane or one of the people that we work with in My Lead System Pro?
You talking about being my upline?
Yeah, like did Diane sponsor you, or someone that Diane sponsors, or someone that I sponsor you?
It's someone that's no longer with the company.
It's someone that's no longer with the company.
That's correct.
Are they under Diane, or were they originally referred to by Diane or one of Diane's people?
They were under David Wood.
They were under David Wood. The reason that I'm asking is because you had requested to be a part of the jam sessions group, and
Yes.
and I wanted you to know that the jam sessions group is specifically for people that are direct to myself and Diane. That's why you didn't get approved. I didn't want you to think that we were leaving you out on purpose. I wanted you to know directly so that you weren't like, well, hey, how come I can't be in the jam session? I wanted you to know why you weren't getting approved. It wasn't because we didn't like you, because we like you and we like seeing you hanging out with everyone. So Friday Free for All is going on without even though we have technical problems, and this is the thing that we were talking about yesterday, guys. This is what I was talking about yesterday, and when I was getting excited about, make it happen no matter what. You're going to go out and make your business happen, or what are you going to do, right? Are you going to decide to change your life and be happy, or are you not going to? That's what we talked about yesterday, and it's like this morning. I go in, everyone's like freaking out. They're sending messages. I go in and the webinar has been deleted out of there, so I can't broadcast it. I send a thing to webinars on air, and then what happens? I create a hangout and just put it in the group, and whoever makes it, makes it. Whoever doesn't make it, they can watch the replay later on YouTube, right? If they can't figure out how to get to Google Plus or YouTube or any of that stuff, it's not my concern. I'm not that worried about it, right? What I'm worried about is doing my part of my business, which is come out and do free daily coaching. Right? That's it. Whoever gets here, gets here. Whoever doesn't, doesn't. Think about that in your business. Whoever is attracted to you and comes and wants to participate, they decide to do so. Those that don't decide to participate, those that don't decide to lock arms with you and join with you, that's okay. There's no reason for you to go chasing them down or running after them or doing any of that, because the bottom line is if you're building your business and you're going out and doing it, then that's it. You're doing it. If they want to do what you're doing, they'll come and follow you, right? That's the reality of the situation, okay? And I want to segue that into the Free for All Friday, because today is a day where we talk about, hey, I took these actions and I got these results. I took these specific actions, I got these results, right? So this week I took some specific action. The specific actions that I took to get results were that and a lot of you guys know that I've been doing some little dabbling into some little Facebook paid advertising and marketing, and so I've been doing a couple different little strategies, right? And so one of them I've been doing is boosting these video posts, and we talked about the videos last week, and so I literally did a video. I put my link at the top of the video, and then I just wrote the description, or I wrote like 2 sentences of description, then put my link and made a video. In the video, I specifically gave the people a call to action and said, hey, listen, right up above or down below, there's a link. Click on the link, right? So I was using a cheaper method of advertising. I was just boosting the post for $5, just a flat rate of $5, to see not only how many people would actually watch the video, but how many people would respond, how many results, right? How many people would actually click on the link because I told them to in the video, compared to, and I did this to compare to, like, if I was doing an ad for like paying for clicks on the actual link, or if I could just put the link in the thing and tell people to do it. So I was just running a test to see, like, hey, how many leads could I get if I just did the $5 post and just told them to go do the action. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I got 9. I got 9 leads from a $5 post. So in essence, it's about 50 cents a lead, right? And in addition to that, so I got leads for 50 cents. And in addition to that, I think the video got, I have to look. The video got like 250 views or something like that. Let me look and I'll tell you the exact number. So where is it? I did this video yesterday. So it reached over 1,000 people. And it had over 280 views, 279 views. right now. So, and guys, that was for $5. So I got 250 views on the video, and I got 10 leads. So was that good for me? I think that was a good for me, that was a good payback. That was a good response back. That, to me, I'll take that as a good result, because I just did a simple $5 boosted post. I got almost 10 leads, right? And I got 250 views of the video. So that's pretty good, right? I'll take that. The idea when we take action and get results is then to refine. So what I did was I boosted a post. I got good results. Now what I did was I went back and I took that same post and I'm making I made an ad for that post on a click to the website ad, instead of just boosting the video, to see now what will the result be if I change the ad up specifically just to get them to click on my website, right? Just to get them to click on the URL. What does that look like? So that's just one thing that I did this week, that I took an action and got a result, right? And so this week I shared something with you guys that I got a decent result, that I liked the result, and so that I kept on, right? I kept on tweaking it, and now I'm refining it. Oh yeah, I should have said that at the very beginning. Happy birthday, Bob Miller. Bob Miller's turned 62 today, guys. So he's still a few years out for his Social Security retirement. So let's jump over, guys. Since you guys all just jumped over to participate, I know that everyone isn't, like Angel doesn't have her camera on. I know some people aren't going to jump in. So physically, either raise your hand, or if you don't have your camera on, like Angel or Tonya, just unmute really quick and say me, or just physically raise your hand. Check this out. I want you to share something. Don't just raise your hand if you're a birthday guy, Bob. I want you to only raise your hand if you actually took an action this week and got a result, and not the same action that you took last week. Not that you did the same thing that you did last week, because we all know what you did last week and we know that it worked, right? If you shared it. So it has to be that you did actually something different this week and you got a result. All right, start with Angel down at the end.
Hey, am I getting feedback?
I'm not.
Okay, good. I my LinkedIn profile and really started focusing on that a little bit more. Had people reach out to me, asking me to take a look at my businesses and help them out with it. And so what I've really found is that I'm using what you've been telling us, which is always to do what you know. And really listening to that in my head and realizing that there's value in what I.
Okay, so let me ask you a question, Angel, because I want to be specific. So you went in and you started using the LinkedIn platform, or did you go in and did you actually generate new leads this week from there?
I sure did.
Awesome. Yeah. Okay, and how did you do that? Did you do it?
We can't hear Angel. The echo is too much.
I don't know what to. I don't know what to tell you guys.
Okay. None of us can hear Angel. I can hear you.
Yeah,
I can hear you fine.
What's that, Malia?
I hear the echo too.
None of us can
hear.
So when she's talking, we can't hear her. And you're talking to her. So we don't know what's going on.
Oh, you can't hear at all. I can totally hear her.
The echo's coming from you. Problem.
The echo's coming from me?
Yeah.
Here, let me see if I plug in headphones, if that'll alleviate the... Let's see if I plug in the earbuds here, does that alleviate the echo?
Angel, okay, yeah.
Am I still echoing?
No, the echo's better. Thank you.
Okay, cool.
All right,
Thank
there
you.
we go. Okay, so Angel, you got leads using this new platform that you hadn't been using before. How specifically did you go about doing that? Were people like contacting you and then you just got their email, or how did you do it?
Yeah, you know what? I've always been posting my content on LinkedIn, but I wasn't really using my profile, and so I started reading some training of this guy that I know that's really good on it. And I just tweaked my profile on LinkedIn to be more professional and to speak more about what my abilities are rather than what I do. And that in itself just triggered a bunch of local people to reach out to me. I got invited to a networking meeting. I got I had a meeting where now this woman wants me to do her advertising for her and do some of her sales for her. So that one little thing, like posting content on LinkedIn was something I was already doing, but the fact that then when they saw that content and went to my profile and my profile stood out more, that seems to have made them want to reach out to me and ask what I do and how I can help them.
Cool. So that's awesome. Congratulations. And you know, this is the deal. What Angel talked about, she talked about taking the action, but she also talked about implementing some advanced training, right? That she was listening to people that had gotten successful before her. Mommy, this is important. You don't understand. You don't understand how important LinkedIn is. It's so important. Get the profile room. What Angel did was she did what was required, right? What she did was she went to the next step. Okay, this is what's so important, guys and gals. If you're going to build a business, if you weren't right now today, if you were going to go and build a hot dog stand, okay, what would you do? You'd go find other buildings that were the same dimensions and size and everything as yours, right? You'd find the plans. You'd find people that had it set up, that had the drive-through features, that had all the cooking equipment inside of there. You would go and find a direct set of plans, right? And you'd either go right to the guy that drew the plans or right to the builder or right to the company owner and ask them direct questions. Hey, what did you do here? Hey, how'd you do this? Right? Maybe in this case, like what Angel is talking about, they have a training, a platform, a PDF, a video, a ebook, something that you can read, some information, right? A webinar that you can go to go and learn, follow the directions that they've given. That's what she did, and then she got a result. The reason I'm telling you this is so important is because if you went to go build a hot dog stand, halfway through the building, if the building was not square, if it wasn't level, if it wasn't going to be big enough to get the equipment in, would you just quit? Would you just throw up your arms and be like, oh well, I guess the building's not going to be big enough for the steam table, and just drop everything and just walk away? Would you just walk away from the property that you bought? Would you just walk away from all the supplies you just bought? No, you wouldn't. That's what Angel didn't do. What Angel did was go, okay, I got this building, I got this platform, I'm not getting the exact result I want to do. How do I get that result? What do I have to do to get the result that I'm looking for? She went to the training, she found out what that guy, she listened, this is the key part. She listened to the directions and then followed them. That was it. Did you hear Angel say, hey, I just came up with this new great thing? Hey, last night I woke up and I had a vision from the heavens and Zeus came out of the clouds and told me a plan for my business? No, that's not what she told us. She's like, well, I figured out I wanted to use LinkedIn. I found someone that was getting really good results there. I went and did the training. I did what he said, and guess what? People are contacting me. People are asking me to help them. People are hiring me to do jobs, okay? People are looking for me. They're attracted to her now. Why? All because she just followed a couple simple directions, right? Specific directions to get to a specific result. Does that make sense to everyone? I hope that if you're watching this, that you're like, oh yeah, okay, that makes sense. I just need to follow the directions. Guys, I don't know how many times we can go back to this, right? If Bob Miller wants to get from his house to Malia's house, which is probably, I don't know, like let's say it's within 45 minutes, okay? Bob is going to call Malia and say, what's your address? And Malia's going to tell him the address and she's going to give him directions, or Bob is going to type that address into his phone or his GPS and it's going to tell him how to get there. Check this out. When Bob's halfway to Malia's house and it's like, turn right on Pacific Coast Highway, Bob's not going to go, you know what? I know Malia said to turn right, and I know the GPS told me to turn right so I can go north on PCH, but you know what? I'm Bob Miller. I'm going south.
I'm breaking the rules. I'm going to show how I can get to Malia's house going the opposite direction. No, Bob Miller doesn't do that if he actually wants to go and get to Malia's house, right? What he does is he follows the directions. Once Bob has gotten to Malia's house and he's driven there a couple times, guess what? Then Bob knows how to get from his house to Malia's house. He knows how to get there. He knows the exact route. Now he can make up alternate routes. Now if Bob wants to take the expressway and stop off at the beach and run through the sand for a minute, he can. Now if Bob decides, hey, I need to stop off at Wiener Schnitzel and get a chili cheese dog with kraut and mustard on top on the way to Malia's house, he knows he could take an alternate route to go by the Wiener Schnitzel to stop on the way to Malia's house. Why? Because he followed the directions the original time, and he knows how to get from his house to Malia's house. How does this relate in your business? If you know how to get from where you're at now to the goal, to the place, that's funny. Malia's not going to ever invite Bob over. Sorry, Bob. You can come to Goat Village, Bob. Just fly out for the game. If you know where you're at and you know where it is that you're trying to get to, if you know the end result, the place that you're trying to get to, and you find someone that has directions that can tell you how to get there, and then you follow the directions, guess what? After that, it's easy peasy. Lemon squeezy. It's that simple, guys. It really is. Why? Think about it. Do you know, Len, do you know how to get from your house to San Diego? Or let's say from your house, Len, do you know how to drive from your house to Escondido? Yes. Len, is there more than one way to get from your location to Escondido?
Yes.
Yes. Okay. So once you've gone from your place and you've gotten to Escondido, right, after the first time, you could probably get back to Escondido and you could take multiple different routes depending on traffic and weather and accidents and all that kind of stuff, right?
Yes.
Okay. Now, if Len knows in his business, if Chris Schaus knows in her business that she needs to get 5 leads today to continue to grow her business, and if Chris Schaus knows how to get 5 leads today, Chris, do you know how to go get 5 leads today? She froze up on us.
Yes, I do.
Yes, she does. Okay, so if you could go out and get those 5 leads today, Chris, do you think that since you know how to get 5 leads that way, that there's probably a good chance that you could now learn another way to go get 5 more leads?
Absolutely.
Absolutely. I agree. Why? Why? Because I know that you learned the first skill set, you did it multiple times, you've done it, you know how to do it, so now guess what? Where have you been doing it mostly? On Facebook, right?
Yes.
Yes. So now that you know how to do it on Facebook, you could probably go over on Twitter if you learn how to use Twitter and go do that same thing on Twitter, right?
I've had a Twitter account since they first came out.
So you could use the same method, the same strategy, and go do that, right?
I could, yes.
And you could go to Google Plus and do it.
Yes, I could.
And you could go and do what Angel did and go over on LinkedIn and do it too, right?
Absolutely.
And then you could go to Google. You could maybe jump over onto what else? You could jump over onto Google Plus or Vine, right? Or CSU or any social platform. Guys, if you could do it in one place, you could do it in another. Does this make sense? Do we make sense this morning?
Yes.
Yes. All right. Now, listen, I know we went over. I know we didn't get started on time, and I don't want to push us over too far. What I wanted to do was I wanted someone to come out like Angel this morning and say, hey, listen, I did something different, and I – one second, guys. Excuse me. I did something different than I normally do, but I used the same actions. I used the same skill sets that I had already learned to take just to alter it just a little bit and look at the results I got. Angel was stuck. She was having frustration. Is it okay if I share a little bit, Angel? Right? Is that okay?
Yes, sorry, I'm muted.
So some of you guys saw this post that Angel put up last week, and she was trying to like gush on me and blah blah blah. And the reality is this: we had a conversation because Angel was in a place where she was feeling frustrated. She was feeling like she was spinning her wheels and not getting the traction that she wanted. Okay? And all we had was a conversation like we have had many times before. I didn't come out and go, Angel, wait till you hear what I got to say today. This is going to be amazing, right? All I did was say, Angel, let's look at what you're doing. Let's look at the skill sets that you have. And like what she said, it's what I got taught from Diane Hockman. It's what my mentor taught me. If you would just do what you already know how to do, buddy, you could have some success. And so what did I do? I passed that message on to Angel. I was like, Angel, listen, you have skill set. You're talented. Like, you've got something to give back. And if Angel, this is the conversation that we were having, I said, Angel, if you would just do what you already know how to do, if you just go talk to those people that you already know, if you would just show them what you have to offer, you're going to get a different result. And what happened? Boom, overnight, mindset, boom, flipped. She started taking actions. People are inviting her to come speak. People are like, hey, how do we use you as our advertiser? We need you to come in and be our expert resident marketer. We need you to be the authority. Why? Because in her mind, she was like, hey, I already know this stuff. I'm Angel Balachowski, right? When are you going to stand up and say, I'm Chris Schaus, I'm Elizabeth Summers, and I'm here to play. I'm here to build a business, right? When are you going to stand up and say, hey, I'm locking arms with Len Mooney. I'm going to run with Malia. Me and Tonya, we're running, right? We're not messing around. Why? Because we're serious. Angel got to the place where she was like, listen, dude, I'm not bullshitting. Sorry, little baby. I know there's a little baby over at her house, right? She's like, listen, I'm not giving any more lip service, okay? I need to do this, okay? That's where she was at. When are you, that's the question. We talked about it yesterday too. When are you going to get to that place in your business where you're like, hey, no more. When is it going to get to the time where you're like, no more trying. No more, I want to be this and someday that. Today's the day. Angel went out and built it. Len did something this week and went out and took action. Len made sales over this past week, guys. I don't know if you guys know that, but Len wasn't really like salesman of the year coming into this over the last few months. He hadn't been blowing out sales every single day, all day. But guess what? Over the last week, Len made some sales. Why? Because he was hustling. Because he was out there and he said, listen, I got to make a sale. I got to do something in my business today or I'm not going to be able to move forward. And he put it into high gear. He grabbed his big old shifter knob. He pushed in the clutch and he threw it down into high and he hit the gas pedal and said, go. I'm going to do this. And he went and talked to every single person he knew. And he made sales. Right? Elizabeth Summers a couple weeks ago wasn't generating leads. Not too long ago, she's on the leaderboards. How does she do that? She made a decision, I'm going to go do this. Chris Schaus, same thing. Bob Miller, doing the same thing. Malia, taking action. Len, doing the same thing. Right? These are people I know, and I'm not saying that other people, I'm not saying Tonya didn't, I'm not saying Whitman didn't or Leanne didn't. I'm saying I don't know because I didn't see it. But these other people, I saw it. They shared it with me. They sent me personal messages, right? They posted on my wall. I saw it in groups where they're winning contests and posting on leaderboards. This is what it's about, guys. I'm fired up. You know why? I'm fired up because I'm trying to go for a goal, and I've been kind of piddling about it, right? And my mentor has been going, and my mentor texted me last night and said, hey, I just did like 7 signups. Right? First it was like 5, and then it was back to me, and it's like, never mind, it's more, right? And I was like, hey, what are you doing, Bert? What are you doing? Right? And what is the group of people that you're working with? What are they doing? Because if you guys aren't active, you're not going to be building your business. That's what I know. If I'm not active, I'm not going to be building my business. Right? So that's what this, I'm pumped up, guys. That's what this is all about. It's about you building your business. It's not about if Angel can help the whole world. Okay? Think about it. Maybe one of your missions is to help other people and help and change the world. But check this out. To be able to do that, if Len Mooney's going to go out and change the world and help change the world, Elizabeth, if you're going to change the world, Chris Schaus, if you're going to be part of changing the world, if Bob Miller is going to change the world with Angel's help, and Malia and Tonya and Whitman and myself and everyone that's watching, if you're going to go out and change the world, don't you think that you need to be prepared? Don't you think that you need to have yourself ready to rock and roll? How is Angel going to go out and help these businesses if she wasn't in the right mindset? Because I'll tell you what, 2 weeks ago, there was no one calling Angel Valachowski to say, can you come and help us do our marketing? There was no one coming and saying, hey, can you come and speak at our local Chamber of Commerce because you're on fire? No one was saying that 2 weeks ago because she wasn't there 2 weeks ago. But when she decided, when she flipped that switch and she said, yes, I'm going to do this, yes, I'm going to move forward, I'm not listening to excuses. I'm not slow. I'm not behind. I'm not overwhelmed. I don't know about all these excuses. I'm just going to go and do it. I'm just going to go and take the action. Then all of a sudden results came. And that's for everyone in everything. Everything in your life can be changed if you take the action. And the question is, are you sick and tired of where you're at? Because if you're 5 pounds overweight and you're sick and tired of it, then you're going to go do something about it. If you're broke and you're in debt right now and you can't pay your bills and you're behind and you're paying fees, then you're going to get to a place where you either keep on going lower or you get to a place where you say no more. There's no more, right? Like you're like that, what's that guy from the Hobbit movies, the guy with the big beard? You know that guy, what I'm talking about? And he takes his big thing and he sticks and he's like, no one shall pass! Boom! And he hits it and it's like, this big like ring comes. When are you going to do that in your business? And when are you going to take your stand and say, hey, no more bullshit, no more nonsense. I'm not letting this keep on going. There's not going to be another day is not going to pass that I'm not getting leads. Not one more day is going to pass and I'm not putting my opportunity in front of someone so that I give them the opportunity to change their life. When you get to that place, nothing will stop you. Nothing will stop you. Check it out. When the webinar on air doesn't fire up, you don't care. You go and make a hangout. When your email doesn't work, you don't care. You copy and paste everyone's email and you do it from your Gmail account. Blue, 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 right? When you get to that place, then you make a stand, things change. Your life will change, but you have to take the action. I'm sorry that we went over. Whoa. Sorry that we went over this morning. Look, I'm ripping earbuds out. I'm going crazy, right? Sorry that we went a few minutes over this morning, but I wanted to give you the full 30 minutes, and I wanted to bring the passion back, guys. You know, over the last couple of weeks, I was really working hard, burning the candle at both ends, and I was letting myself run down a little bit. I wasn't eating properly, right? I wasn't taking some time off when I needed to. I wasn't doing the things that I tell you guys to do, and I lost a little bit of fire. I lost a little bit of passion. And yesterday morning, I woke up, and I literally woke up. I was so happy. I jumped out of bed, right? I jumped out of bed. I was late. I was like, I'm late, right? But it was fun to be late and not like the end of the world late, right? Like, hey, I'm later than what I wanted to be. But I woke up. I was so happy yesterday. I realized, guys, we have the ability to create the most amazing lives for ourselves. And check this out. And if you do it for yourself, then people will recognize it and other people will be attracted to you. Other people will say, hey, how could you help me? Other people like Angel will call you one day and say, hey, I'm struggling, I'm having a challenge. Other people like Chris will say, hey, can you help me out with this? Bob Miller might call you. Maybe you talk to Len Mooney or Malia or Tonya, right? That's when it changes. But Angel can't go change someone's life if she's sitting in the pile of mud, right? If she's stuck in the mud in her driveway, she's not going to teach you how to go four-wheel driving. She's sitting in the mud in her driveway. Of course she can't teach you how to four-wheel drive. She doesn't have a Jeep. She's sitting in the mud, right? But if Malia cruises up in like a Jeep Grand Cherokee 4x4 Laredo and rolls down the windows like, what's up, Angel girl? Boom, and throws out a rope, and Angel grabs it and gets pulled out of the mud, guess what? Then Malia can be like, hey, come on, get inside the Jeep. Now Angel can drive around in the Jeep and go, wow, this is a good idea. I should get one of these. I should get an off-road vehicle, right? Then I don't have to walk through my muddy driveway and fall in the mud. You see what I'm saying, guys? I know the analogies are a little bit kooky, but it's the same thing. It's just following directions. It's becoming a part of something bigger than you, taking yourself out of the equation for a little bit and go and share it. Share it with a heart and a passion so that you can help other people change their lives. And to do that, you have to go out and change your life, right? If you want to be the leader that you've been dying to become, if you want to be on stage, if you want to help all these people, the very, very, very first thing you have to do is go out and help yourself, right? Go out and help yourself. Stop with the excuses. Stop with the defeatist attitude, and start running with the winners. Start hanging out with the people. Check this out. I'm going to say this, and some people are going to get pissed. They're going to be like, I can't believe he said that. Check this out. Stop hanging out with your friends that aren't getting results. Let me say it again. Stop hanging out with your friends who aren't getting results. If you're helping someone and giving them information to boost their business, cool. If you're spending more than 20 minutes a day talking to people that are getting zero results and you're not like coaching them, like you're not helping them, like you're just turkey talking to them, you're wasting time. You're wasting time, because guess what? That 20 minutes could have been talking to someone that needed your help. That's exactly right, Bob. The best way to help the poor is not to be one of them. Now, you can have been one of them, right? That's the cool part. You can have risen up. You can become the phoenix. You can rise up from the ashes. You could build yourself up from nothing. But while you're still nothing, it's hard to it's hard to share if you got nothing in your pocket to share. If you're not building yourself up, if you're not training, if you're not developing, how can you help others to develop? Guys, the reason I brought my good buddy Joe McCloskey on the other day for an interview was because I wanted to show you someone that's not even in the home-based business space, that spent literally thousands of dollars and I don't know how many hours trying to develop and become a better person, going to seminars, Tony Robbins, landmark groups, all kinds of stuff that this guy does on a regular basis. And guess what? He went out and then just created massive momentum for himself. Right? So what's the difference between Joe and Angel? Nothing. Well, Angel has prettier hair, right? Joe looks like me, doesn't have no hair. And Joe's like 6'4". He's like a goofy guy. You saw his picture, right? What's the difference between Bob Miller? What's the difference between Bob Miller and Vince Reed? Nothing. Time and energy, time and effort, right? What's the difference between Elizabeth Summers and Michelle Pascoe-Salido? Well, Elizabeth has red hair and lives in Colorado. I'm just saying. And I heard she's a Patriots fan. I'm just saying. The difference is time and effort. That's it. Right? Michelle spent more time and effort on Facebook ads than Elizabeth has at this point. But there's no difference. Right? Elizabeth can get to that same place. Right? How does Malia go from where she's at to where Danny Johnson's at? She keeps on doing what she's doing. There's no difference between Malia and Danny Johnson. I don't know if you guys know or have seen Danny Johnson stuff, but I don't see there's a difference between Malia. I mean, obviously physical differences and stuff like that, right? But there's no difference. Malia has a message just like Danny. Malia gets up every day. Malia puts out a Facebook post. Malia's being inspiring. What's the difference between Malia and Danny Johnson? Malia just hasn't done it as long. That's it. Malia just doesn't have like 2 million people following her. She has 2,000. So that's the difference. So how does everyone remember that there was a time when Oprah wasn't Oprah? She was just a lady that was doing the news. Does everyone remember when Ellen DeGeneres didn't have her TV show? Do you see what I'm saying? They were just people like you. They were just doing their thing, and they got it. They were doing it for longer, and they got better, and they took the opportunities that arose, and that's how they became more. But everyone starts right where you're at. So why not do that? All right, I'm going to finish up. I'm 15 minutes over. My gosh. Guys, here's the takeaway. Don't be a baby, right? That's not really the takeaway. The takeaway is this. Why don't you just start where you're at right now? Stop looking around and looking at where Angel's launching off from. Don't look at Malia's business and go, well, if I had red hair and I was awesome and lived in San Diego, I would be doing what Malia was doing too. Because you're not Malia. Malia's Malia. She's going to do what she's doing from where she's at, right? If Whitman starts to take a path today, he can't start where Bob's at because he's not Bob. He's Whitman. Start your journey today where you're at. Start where you're at. Stop comparing and start moving forward. That's it. Start moving forward. Go out today and take the action that makes you think that you'll pee yourself if you do that. Right? If you feel like you can't do it because you're like, oh my God, everyone's going to think I'm the biggest loser, nerd, dork, fill in the blank, whatever bad word thing that you think you are, right? Because everyone has that, right? I got an ear thing going on. I don't know. I don't know how that happened. Like, I don't know how that thing occurred, right? Everyone's got that voice. Go push through that voice today. Push through that voice that says you can't do it today. Just try for today. Just for today. Just do one time. Just push through that one thing and do it this morning. Do it for you. Okay, don't do it because I asked you to. Don't do it because Angel's doing it. Don't do it because Lennon, Bob, and Chris and Malia are doing it. Do it because your business needs you to show up today. And guess what? There's other people that are trying to create a business. There are other people that are trying to learn how to do something in their business, how to learn how to market, how to participate, and they don't know how to do it. They don't know what they're doing. And they need you to go out and share with them. They require your assistance. So go out, get out of your way, and go step through your fear today and do something different. Do something different so you can see how you can change your world. Do something different so you can see, oh my gosh, it's not as scary as I thought it is. Right? Like, now I feel like I need to call Angel Balachowski and figure out how to use this LinkedIn thing. I'm like, I get like 27 LinkedIn requests like a week in my email box. I'm like, stupid LinkedIn, delete that. I don't have time for LinkedIn, right? Now I'm like, if I could generate leads on Facebook, and Angel has figured out the directions on how to do it on LinkedIn, I could probably do like Chris Schaus said she could do. And if I could learn how to do 5 leads like Chris did, then I could probably, like Chris, I could probably learn how to do 5 more leads, right? In a new platform. So guys, it's super simple. Go out today and be passionate. Go out and step through your fear. Go out and do something that you would normally not do. But most importantly, start where you're at right now. Make today your starting point. That's what every day we're going to do the same call like Groundhog Day. Make today your starting point. Then on Monday we're going to be like, make today your starting point. People will be watching replays. They're like, I think this is the same video over and over. The guy just keeps changing his t-shirt. And that's really it, guys. And the reason I keep on saying the same 5 messages over and over and over on free daily coaching is because it's the same 5 things that keep on working. Collect, capture, communicate. Right? Collect, capture, communicate, close, and do it consistently, right? I did the 4 C's of Diane Hockman, and I added my own 5 C's so I could have a high five. It's my high five method, right? Boom, high five. What is it? Consistently collect, capture, communicate, and close. If you do those things, you will win. And guys, everything that you're doing in your marketing can be broken down to one of those 4 things. The 5th thing is just doing it all the time. Everything you can be broken down is either collecting people, you're capturing their information, you're communicating with them, or you're closing them on a deal. That's it. Those are the only 4 things you're doing in your business. Anything else? Look, I'm going to get really close to the camera. Anything else you're doing besides those 4 things is literally, you know, when you see those, when the guy's holding his brake but his foot's on the gas and you see the tires spinning and the smoke coming off and you're like, damn, that is cool. What that really is a waste of money, okay? Dude just lit his tires up and burned off mad rubber and tread for a fun show. It's just a show. The burn off is a show. He's not even getting anywhere. Once he lets his foot off the brake, it's like, woo! There he goes, right? So if you're not doing one of those 4 things, that's what you're doing. You're spinning your wheels over and over and over again. You're just making a bunch of smoke. So stop making a bunch of smoke, stop spinning your wheels, and get into action. Thank you, Angel. Thank you, Bob, Chris, Elizabeth, Leanne, the in and out, right? Leanne's like doing the like, I'm here, I'm out, I'm here, I'm out. She's popping in and out. So thank you to Leanne. Thank you to Mr. Len Mooney, Mrs. Holleran, Ms. Tanya, and Mr. Whitman. Thank you all for joining us. If you're watching on Google Plus or YouTube, we thank you. Hopefully on Monday, February, I don't know to pronounce it right so you guys think I'm not illiterate. On February 1st, hopefully the new link will be working and webinars on air will have it all hooked up. Guys and gals, if you have any questions, like always, call, message, text me, email me, get a hold of me somehow in the Facebook group, and we will take care of whatever it is that you're trying to do in your business. Once again, I thank you all for joining us. We'll see you on Monday at the Free Daily Coaching Hangout. Bye for now.